So, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good everything, wherever you're watching this video from. I'm AdesewaDevDesigns, a front-end developer, a UI UX designer, and I want to share my knowledge on HTML links and lists to beginners or anybody who needs to find their path in web development. This class is supposed to be for a group of people. I'm supposed to take some beginners HTML links and lists today. In our last class, I took them HTML paragraphs, headings, the basics actually. So, and today I was supposed to take them HTML links and lists, but unfortunately, they are not here due to some unforeseen circumstances. So, and I don't want this knowledge to waste. I don't want the preparation I've made for today's class to waste. So, I thought I should put this out there for any beginner or anybody that's willing to find their paths in web development, for them to learn from these concepts too. So, HTML links. So, I prepared the slide so that my students will be able to follow what I'm doing, so that they'll be able to see what I'm doing and follow me as I'm explaining, so that they'll be able to see what I'm explaining. So I'll start with HTML links. Links, when you hear the word links, and in a layman thinking, it's just like links, okay, something that links to each other, something that a way you can move from probably a page, from a place, from something to another. But in HTML, links simply means you being able to navigate from one page to another, either within a website or a website on a code on your VS Code. VS Code is your code editor where we write code, or external websites. And we have different types of links in HTML. We have external links, internal links, and we also have email links rather. So external links means external. When you hear the word external, it means external, outside. It takes you to another website. Probably you want to visit websites like maybe W3 Schools, YouTube, Google. When you hear the word external, you know it's not something within, it's something outside. So internal means something within. That means, okay, you want to navigate to a particular section in your code, in your website, on that same page. It doesn't take you outside. It takes you around, like it takes you within the website, within your website. It doesn't take you outside your website. Then we have email links. Email links means you are able to send an email to someone. When you click on that email link, you are able to send an email to the person's email. Like, for example, you want to send email to probably your school. You want to send an email to them. When you click on that email on that website, that email link on that website, or an icon that represents the email link on that website, you are able to send a message to your school. Then that's like a simple explanation about links. I'll be making writing few codes to show you what I'm trying to say with links. So I'll move to lists. HTML list. Okay, list. When you hear list means, okay, outlining things out. List. Okay, in the normal English word, list means, okay, you're outlining things. You are giving us a step of things. You are giving us an outline of how things should be. And in HTML, we have two different types of links. We have ordered lists and unordered lists. Ordered lists means, as the word implies, ordered. It means the order of the item actually matters. It means what you want to list must be accordingly. Okay, for example, now you want to cook rice. Okay, you're like, okay, the first thing you do when you want to cook rice is to boil the water. When you boil the water, okay, after boiling, you put your rice. After the water might have boiled for some minutes, you wash your rice. Then you pour it inside the pot of water. You make it so that it can cook. You get. So the ordered list is, okay. You boiled water for your rice. You wash your rice. Then you put it inside the pot of water that you want to use to boil your rice. That's like a layman explanation of what ordered list means. It means ordered means ordered. It is one after the other. No jumping of steps one from one. No jumping from number 1 to number 5. It has to go through the normal process of number 1, number 2, number 3. Then we have unordered list. And okay, let me also say this in the most simplest way for beginners. In the normal English way, we can there are different ways by which we list things. We can use 1, 2, 3. We can use ABC. We can use Roman numeral. We can use different ways. We can use different ways. But in HTML, we use just two type of list. Now then, let me talk about the unordered list. Ordered list means when you hear the word unordered, something that is not ordered, something that is not outlined after each other. Like now, for example, you can take your hobbies. Your hobbies might not be outlined one after the other. Hobbies, okay, eating, sleeping. It depends on your hobbies actually. But ordered means okay, I want to I want to make a list of items and I want them to be in accordance to each other. That's the meaning of ordered. But unordered, it means it can take any order. You can decide to okay, for let me see use the example I used for ordered list for rice. You can decide that okay, you don't want to boil your water first, which is not actually right. That's just like I just want to make you to understand the meaning of ordered, the meaning of unordered. You can decide that okay, I'm not going to boil my rice first. I'm not going to boil the water first. I'll just put the rice inside the pot. But that's not the right way to actually cook rice. I'm just trying to make you understand that there's a big difference between ordered list and unordered list. When the order of things doesn't matter, then you can make use of unordered list. But when the steps, when it has to be followed one after the other, when things are has to be outlined after each other, then they are called ordered list. Then ordered list is represented using OL. So when I start writing codes, you understand how to use them. Then unordered list is represented using UL. So let's write. I made some. Then I also explain some things about web development generally. There's something we call comments in writing code. Comments means you writing an explanation about your code. Okay, when somebody that doesn't have an idea of what you are doing sees your code, the person is able to get, okay, for now, I said link section. And underneath, I wrote external links. It means even if I've not explained to somebody what I'm trying to do, you can see that what the code I've written is actually links. Is about links. Is about links, and I've listed the types of links. So let's write few codes on them, on external, internal, and email. Then we take the ones for lists too. So I would, when you want to comment, you can press. I'm making this in a way that would be easy for beginners to understand without having somebody explaining it to them. So I'll just comment everything out so that we can start with our code and practice what I've been saying so far. So when you want to comment your code, you press Ctrl plus or backward slash. Commenting in writing code is very important because it helps a lot. It helps a lot. When you comment things out, you're able to explain, or you give room for another person that was not there when you were writing the code. You give room for understanding. Like okay, when another person sees this code, they know okay, I'm talking about ordered list, I'm talking about unordered list. So I'll just write a mini code. To explain what I've been saying so far. So I've commented everything out now so that I can write a proper code. Then you start with the last time I mentioned to my students that whenever you want to start writing code, you create an index.html file. Then in that index.html file, I've explained the way they would actually go about it last class. So you start with the boilerplate. The boilerplate means the default code that comes with HTML when you are trying to write the code. So I start with HTML5. That's the version of the HTML document I'm trying to write in. So I want to start with heading. I'll start with my name. Heading. I'll say Adesewa. Then I'll make different links. Then I'll write my full name, right? Oloyede. Then I'll write few things about me. Front end, front end, front end developer, and UI, UX designer. Okay, so now I want to write few things about me. I've made a short. I've given you guys a short description about what I do. I create websites. Okay, to save time, I will not be writing that. I'll not be typing. I'll not be writing the code for that. I create websites. I make visually appealing designs. I create a functional, responsive, visually smooth, responsive websites. So let's start with links. Okay, probably I want I want to link something to my name. Let's assume let's use h2 tag. Probably I want to link something to, let's say, Google. I can wrap a link in this Google by using the a tag. A tag Google. That means I want it in the way that when you click on this, you are able to navigate. You are able to get to Google. When you click on Google, you are able to get to Google. Then I put the link here. Okay, www.google.com. It means when you click on Google, when you see this on my website, when you click on it, it will take you to Google straight. Then I would explain external links. External. I just wrote a code for external links. That means it takes me outside my code. When I click on Google, when I run this on my live server is what displays the output of our code. So you would see when I open my live server, you'll be able to see this. So I would, for internal links actually work when there is a lot of content on your code. Like there's a lot of links on your code. With this short code, if I write internal links, it will not actually show. It will not be effective because what the code I just wrote now is actually very small. But for internal links works when you use navbar. Navbar is another. Don't worry if you don't understand what I mean by the navbar navigation. That will be talked about in another class. When you have like when you visit a website, we normally see home, about. Yes, those are parts of the navbar. So you can click on home and it takes you to that same page on the page, or you can click on home, or it takes you to an external website. So for now, I would not make use of internal links because there's the code I just wrote now is not really much, so you might not really see the effects of. So let me talk about the mail too. The mail. The A tag for mail is here. Just type A, then to bring it. Then I'll put my email here. You put your email here. You can just use anything. Your email actually, but I'll just use anything. I'll use my email for you to see. So you can put email here. You can make use of icons. You can make use of the text email. It depends on your preference. gmail.com. So I just demonstrated what external email links is all about. Now let's talk about links. Let me write a code to show links. Links, like, let's talk about ordered list. Now I said ordered means when the order of what you are trying to say actually matters. The order of what you are writing matters. It has to be in accordance with each other. So I want to write something about myself. Let's say I want to write some things I like. I can say no. I would choose ordered list for maybe a food process, just like Then you make use of the li. Li means list, to list what you want to do. I'll say okay, put a pot of water on fire. You can put an H3 tag here. That is, it means H3 tag means adding 3. Okay, how to make rice, how to prepare rice, sorry, how to prepare rice. So I'll say put a pot of water on fire. I'll just do like to step. Then wash your rice. You still have to type another link tag. Wash your rice properly. Wash your rice properly. So then the rest like that. Just want you to see what it looks like, what that is about. Then you see that it will give us this 1, 2, 3 because it has to be in order. So let's talk about UL2. That's the unordered list. That means the order doesn't matter. So I will just say, okay, my hobbies. You make use of the UL tag. And you write you can use H4 for that. My hobbies. Okay. I like coding actually. That's like my main my hobby. Like I like coding. So I'll write coding. No, I forgot to put the li tag. Don't forget to put your li tag. That's always start with li. Yeah, that's your list tag. So I'll put my coding. I'll put coding. Then another. I like reading. You see, like that. You just make a list of your hobbies. You don't have to follow a particular order because they are on ordered list. Then I can say, okay, I like singing. So that's just like a short way you can understand what ordered and unordered list is all about. So from here you can start with what I told my student last week and what I've done today. For anybody that is going to find their personal development, this is something you can easily make a reference to. Okay, you want to learn this. This is like the simplest way you can understand list. What list is all about. Everything in web development is naturally hard. You just have to put your mind and be determined that okay, I'm going to go for this and I'm going to put my mind. And with the help of God, yes, God is number one. You will surely get it. So I will draw on this code for us to see the output of what I've just done on the live server. As you can see, this is it. If I want this my name to stay in the middle, I'll just make use of CSS. If I want the P tag, this is the P tag. I'm a front-end developer. That means short description about me. I'll have to make use of CSS because HTML does not is the version actually does not necessarily add space itself until you make use of some stuffs here. So if I click on Google, the thing is not going now because my data is actually off. That's why it's not going. But as you can see, when you click on www.google, it will take you to the Google page. It will definitely take you to the Google page. Then you can see how to prepare rice. Put a pot of water on fire, wash your rice properly. Our H3 is what tells us about okay, what's the list we're trying to make. The list we're trying to make is how to prepare rice. Then another list, as you can see, it mixes of plated points. My hobbies, coding, reading. Yes, this is like a simple way of writing a personal profile page by yourself. You can decide to make this live. This is what I'm trying to say now. Making it live, making it what other people can actually access is another topic on its own. So that will be for another class. So I hope everything I've done now help you understand and you watch this video, practice on your own. Do you have any question? Drop it in the comment section. I'm always willing to explain and help you and help you understand. So this is the end of the video. I hope you understand, and if you have any question for me, you can drop it in the comment section. This is the basics of web development. This is the basics you're going to start with. And trust me, it's very, very simple and easy to understand. Once you put your mind in it and you put God first, you'll surely, surely, surely get it. And in no time you start building your own website, creating a website, become a pro. So with this, I'll come to the end of this class. Stay tuned for my next class. You don't want to miss it.